Hello, can you hear me? I'm still trying to get this dialed up. We'll see if we'll do it right now or tomorrow or tonight. But I'll probably do it tonight. Can you guys hear me well? There's someone using the conference room, so I don't know if you can hear their voice in the background. And if it is, I'll do the live later. Let me know if you can hear my voice. No one's joining. Can you guys hear my voice? Is the volume good? The volume's good? Okay, cool. Well, we'll start this live in about, 30 seconds. It's a relatively short live. We went off planet last night, and we'll go in about that. And there's a couple other things I want to discuss as we're moving forward. Perfect. All right, well, we'll just start now. Screw it. Last night, a bunch of star seeds, more than just the original 8, like a lot of us, probably you guys. We went off to the simulation facility on another planet, and everybody who didn't do the simulations before did the simulations this time. And we already talked about what we did in the simulations, right? So you go in this room, you're in the simulation, there's like a bomb that blows up a building, and you have to go in there, decide who to save, how to save them. There's also simulations where you see the different levels of disease and so on and so forth. And the thing about that is you guys all did that training last night, and you remember it in your subconscious, right? So when the time comes for you to act, your subconscious will remember all your training, and you'll start getting more memories of your past lives and all that kind of stuff. So that was cool. We were in training mode. And if you're worried about not getting enough training, they're monitoring all of us, and you will get the training you need. Some cool info though. I found out that there is 80,000 star seeds that are on the ground crew, right? So there's about 200,000 star seeds altogether, star seeds and light workers. And 80,000 approximately are part of the ground crew. And if you're following me, then you are a leader within the ground crew. However, some people have small children, they just had children, maybe they just got pregnant. And since we have more light workers than we need, you're able to switch your role. So if you have small children and you're worried about that, rebuilding this place, you can switch your assignment over to be off planet. So don't let your family or anything like that concern you. You can make the adjustment. You can stay if you want. Hell, you can keep part of your family off planet and bring them back when you want. It's really adjustable. We have more than enough helpers to help us out. Also, we're discussing with the simulations, we're discussing how it's going to look in the future, right? And our roles within the ground crew. If you have any questions, you can ask off planet when we do more simulations this week, or you can ask me and I can ask. A lot of times though, they speak to us in our dreams. I was speaking to my friend this morning, and she for some reason told me about, and this was before I got the mission update, right? She for some reason told me about the farm that she was on, and she wanted me to look at it. And then I was like, dude, you know what? It's in Georgia. And I was like, you're probably going to be taking care of a lot of people that are fleeing the cities when all this goes down. And she's like, oh my God, like 4 years ago, I had a dream where there were a bunch of tents on my property. Now, I just assumed that it was for a concert or something. But now, with everything that's going to go down, the visions, if you know, those visions were telling you, they're foreshadowing what you're doing in the future with your property. So that might be with you guys too. Sorry, I'm trying to keep it low right now. I don't know how it's affecting the person in there. We might do these at nighttime just because there's less people in the conference room. I think 6:30 is probably the time to do it. And I'll have more bullshit to talk about by the end of the day. All right, so tonight is very big. We have the blood moon tonight, and that is providing cover for the angel of death and the various light family around the universe. Dude, I'd say watch it, right? I think this is going to be historic. There's going to be another one, I believe, on the 2nd. But this is something you'll be able to remember for the rest of your life, like the blood moon when it all came crashing down. Dude, I was talking to my friend. She's like, yeah, I'm going to take my kid out of school tomorrow, have him stay up and watch it, and we'll take the day off. I was like, dude, that's fucking awesome. Hang out with your kid. I mean, seriously, who cares what the educational system teaches your kid? Plus, the world's ending in 2 months. And it's not going to matter anyway. So take this time to like be with your families, enjoy what you're seeing, kind of like document it in your head. These are the stories that you're going to be able to tell after this job is done and you go back to your own family. And you guys all have families on various planets and stuff like that. And then lastly, but not least, this is going to be tying into like, yesterday I talked about like kind of like making good with old friends and family and how you like look at things. Well, I think that our role, our mission is to help out all humanity, right and the left. And you need a level of compassion to deal with that. Straight up, you do. And what was I going to say? I don't know. I was looking at all these, like, we can't get on one side or the other, right? Because I was looking at how knowledge of what's going on is really a blessing, right? Because if you look at everybody else who's asleep, could you imagine living through these times and you have no idea what's around the corner? You just think they're trying to kill you and there's no one here to save you? And these people are scared. So, like, when people act a certain way, try not to, at least towards you, try not to judge their actions towards you right away and be offended. Try to understand why they're acting that way towards you and then fix that problem. Or they're going to keep on acting shitty, right? So if they act shitty and you get mad at them, you didn't fix the underlying problem or you didn't acknowledge the underlying problem. And people act out of a state of fear, right? Like a lot of times we got disconnected from friends and they come in and they say stuff and challenge you, say you're wrong, you're crazy. And they're only saying that because they're in fear, right? So it's important to look at every single human with compassion, that they're all victims of this matrix and they're operating out of a state of fear. So try not to take that personally. And we can't take that personally. You'd be a basket case, right? I mean, it'd be absolutely insane if all this stuff was happening and you're like, what is going on here? Like, dude, even like, we know that it's coming soon. Could you imagine all the news headlines that are coming out? People can get podcasts anymore, like social commentary podcasts, because I look at it and I'm like, dude, if they don't mean to do it, they're just talking about such bullshit and they're whipping people up into the state of fear. And whether that's by design and they knew that was happening right away, or they were just didn't realize that they were part of something outside this 3D and they were talking about 3D stuff. I don't know what their intentions are, but I can't even watch that shit anymore. It's absurd. It's like, what are you guys talking about? Who gives a fuck? There's a lot of podcasts I used to love, and there's really only one I could listen to now, and that's Tim Dillon. Just because I think he's funny as shit. But all these other comedians and stuff I used to like listening to, it's just like, oh my God, you guys are so stupid. There's this one guy named Andrew Schultz who I used to love. I think he was like a former starseed that turned bad. I just know that he sucks Joe Rogan's dick. And he worships that, right? Joe Rogan, I'm telling you, is a major player in this, dude. He's like the kingmaker of comedians. And he's not even funny. So it doesn't even make sense that he has his job. And if you want to make it in the comedic world, you need the blessing of Joe Rogan. So Fuck Angie Schultz. Fuck them all. But yeah, it's like I said, right now we're going to get updates. We're going through training, but it's pretty like quiet for a number of reasons. Well, one, they're kind of tight-lipped about what exactly is going to happen, when it's going to happen. Now, like I said, when we get these visions in, these are all the different scenarios that could play out, and we'll get something like that. But we don't know exactly what, because they still have to keep this stuff secret, even from us Starseeds, right? And the very limited amount of information they give us, because if I'm broadcasting it, then anybody else can listen to it. And these demons are all over the place. Like I said yesterday, there are reptilian attacks on the Starseed community, trying to infiltrate, pretending to be something that they're not, to sow division, to attack you, to throw demonic curses on you, and all that kind of stuff. So we got to be careful about all that stuff. Dude, the Illuminati is real. They're all part of the Illuminati. Every single one of them. I'm sorry. There's probably like 5 artists that are not. I know 2. I'm sure there's more, right? But I mean, the big time people, it's all Illuminati. In the TV, and here's the deal with the media, right? So like what I found out is not everybody in the media is a reptilian or a Satan worshiper, but all of them to some degree know exactly what they're doing, right? So they might not be partaking in all this devil worship stuff and drinking the baby's blood, but they are pushing a narrative that they know is false, right? For something evil. So like they're all bad, every single one of them. I can't stand it. And people get so mad at me when I make fun of celebrities. I truthfully, I don't understand why anybody likes any celebrity, to tell you the truth. They are so stupid. I can't, dude, like, what do they do well? Especially rappers nowadays. Dude, rappers are so whack. With all the colored hair. Oh, by the way, you know what I've been doing recently? Do you guys remember Dawson's Creek? God damn, Dawson is a pussy. I can't stand that guy. I mean, I watched it when I was like, I think in middle school, and I had to, hide it from my mom and change the channel when she'd walk in the room, because no mother wants their middle-aged kid watching a show about teenage sex and losing their virginity. But I don't trust that Dawson character at all. He is so lame. That good guy routine is so fucking fake. I don't even know why they even made a show about Dawson. They should have made one about Pacey, his best friend. I mean, literally within like the 3rd episode, Pacey is like hooking up with his new high school teacher, living the life. And like, Dawson's still trying to kiss Jen. I don't get it. And Pacey, Joey is so much hotter than Dawson. Than Jen. I don't know why Dawson likes Jen. I always thought that Joey was hotter. But if I don't respond to you, it's because I'm watching Dawson's Creek. And that takes precedent over, I at least got to get into the 2nd season. So yeah, that's it. You can rewatch this, like, subscribe. We'll get more. Like I said, just wait, just chill, have fun, connect to source, visualize what's going to happen in the future. And it will come. I promise you. Also, do you see what happened with the Evergreen company? That Standard & Poor's is reporting this, right? And these guys are trying to artificially prop up this economy through bullshit stories and all sorts of stuff to get consumer confidence up. And if S&P is reporting this, then this is about to happen. And we've been saying this for months. Yes, get ready. It's all going to come down. Fuck Bitcoin. Fuck crypto. Beth XRP. Stay shiny.